Yeah. Or I was just going to read it straight from the bottom of my, because I just have, I have Fred, Lyra, and the Traveler on the, going in that order for it. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and get started. Good evening, everybody. I am Brian, Master of the Pipes, coming to you on a Tuesday for a session 2. Had a little bit of a gap due to work, life, pet, sees, things that just happen. Comes first, so, and the game comes second. It's a hobby. But we are missing one tonight because of issues. So, but we voted as with it because it's kind of like getting where we. But stay tuned. More of us think will be going this week and next week. Last week of June. Let's see. 28th, we will not have a game. Fed is moving. Hey, okay. Then we'll resume back in July, and I'm pretty sure we're pretty solid for July and August. Then September, I know we're going to be taking some weeks off as well. I'm running a marathon, and I know Lyra is going to be out a couple weeks for camping and vacation. So, yeah, but like I said, we will roll as we do. And all right, we'll do a quick let the players introduce themselves, and if Bram is able to join us later sometime this evening, he will introduce himself when he joins. But let's go ahead and start with Charlotte. All right, that's yeah. I think I forgot every single one, so we'll just play it by ear. All right, next up we have Deb. I know. All right, and last but not least, we have Lee. Excited to have them tonight. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into our story tonight and kind of pick up where we left off. Our first session, we have the PCs hailing from the capital, Hokba, of the Klabit Kingdom. As far as they know, it's the most powerful country in the entire world. The kingdom has begun to pay citizens to pack up and relocate to the small Klabikian fishing village of Rubaka. So far, the monarchy has had difficulty convincing citizens to relocate to Rubaka due to its location within the Vikmordir territory. They've heard horrific stories of Vikmordir brutality, which has kept many Quebecians from accepting this relocation offer. Well, we have a soldier with us tonight who is ordered to go and accompany some travelers to Rubaka who has taken the monarch's offer. We have a former prisoner who was reassigned as part of her punishment to go and keep the fishing village safe from the Vikmordir. And we have have Bram, who has taken the monarch's offer of the 100 gold, as well as the traveler who sees a way to get out and kind of avenge some things. Both of them have their other ulterior motives to go to Rabanka other than just the gold, but that's just a nice boon. Along their journey upon the Serpent Lake, our adventurers on the ship, they overcame with the cold, and they had to stop along Crow's Rest Island. And while the crew was unloading and setting up camp, a simple white crow appeared. But only this group of 4 was able to see the white crow. They didn't know each other before, but curiously, the 4 of them chose to follow. Which this crow transformed into a beautiful Kalistar Vicmurdir lady, explaining to them about how their village was overcome by kobolds, and they need the help of the adventurers to set their spirits free. As they made their way in and got closer to the longhouse, our group was overcome by a group of 10 kobolds. A unlikely sleep spell from the bard who has since departed to find other areas to explore due to not being comfortable in the presence of a soldier. Decided to leave, but not before casting the sleep spell that put half the kobolds down. And quickly, the other 5 were dispersed with the bang boom boom stick that the traveler carries. Made it quite easily. And now we find our adventurers making their way into the longhouse tonight as we pick up our story. And we are unpaused. I will kind of give you a little bit more. Following the White Crow to a ruined village within which only one longhouse still remains, you find yourselves at the center of a swirling mass of crows. Tighter and tighter the crows, they flew by, and enveloping you in walls of undulating feathers, blocking out the sun of the day, the scream of the wind, and the cold of the season. There, within this perfect black, is where the White Crow again took on the form of a woman from earlier, beckoning you with her hands toward the walls surrounding you. She began the story of how her people and images leapt from the dark, and they illuminated her tale. Then she explained how the group of the reptile spawned men things, which they're not native to these shores, but their intentions were obvious, and you learned about Coley, who turned them away, but died doing so, and they locked themselves in the longhouse. Knowing they would not survive the onslaught of them all. Coley bade them escape their mortal frames by an ancient ritual which bound their spirits to the land. What he was trying to prevent was the devil from getting their souls. And that's why they are trapped here. Before you stands all that remains of these once proud and happy people. The longhouse is impressive in its construction and is adorned in the marking of a tribal people, with antlers, tusks, tooths, and totems surrounding and framing the building. The front door gives you the uneasy feeling of watching you every step as you approach the door. And I believe Fred and the Traveler, you have made your way into the building. Yep. Did I tell you what you found? You found carvings, furs and pelts, You did keep an inventory, right? Okay. Yep. Okay. All right, and that's where we are. Is your okay. Lyra, are you going to? You're outside hanging out by yourself? Okay. It is not. Okay. So you'll be able to open it if you click on it. There, you click on the door. No, yes, and you also know if it's locked or not by clicking on it. But it's yeah. Okay. As you go in, and you're seeing it's very, you know, what you see here is very old, very. I mean, these buildings that are here, they're kind of dilapidated. They're not very good. I mean, they showing the years of wear, unlike the longhouse itself. But, well, all the other smaller buildings, yeah, they're showing their age and their rot and decay, unlike the longhouse for whatever reason. Okay. All right. Yeah, you know that they kind of made their way, and Graham also made his way down into there as well. He's following along after he did his ritual with the dead kobolds over there. These guys, let him explain that when he's with us a little bit further in detail. Okay. Yeah. And as you're having this conversation, once again, the spirits manifest themselves all around you. You see the spirit form, and then the spirit of the lady appears. Hear us. Hear us. For many moons now, we have waited for one such as yourself to enter our lodge and come to our aid. All that you see here within these walls is yours to take, as we have nothing left to offer you save our gratitude. We ask only that you light the calumet and follow the path of its smoke to our stolen spirit wheel. Please find that which we need to be free, to feel the wind again, to know the touch of another, to age and finally pass as nature intended. We beg you to set us free. Well, it will lead you to the calumet to undo the ritual that bound us here with this land. We just wish to be free. But no, you're not seeing their bodies, actually. You're seeing the furs and stuff like that around. Well, well, we we cannot enter. We cannot enter the next life until we're set free. to light to light the tinder box, the tobacco urban tinder, in order to lead you to. Yep. Okay. And as you do, you notice that the smoke itself, it starts to swirl a bit, and the spirits, they begin to watch it, and you see the spirits themselves start to follow as the smoke itself seems to be taking on a life of its own, leading towards the hearth of the longhouse. Yes. Oh, it leads you there, and then you see the calumet they were talking about. It's through. And you actually see a place for the calumet itself to be lit. Okay. And as you light it, this smoke has a different color, and it's got a sweet smell to it. And this smoke, you see it, and it leads outside the building. It goes through the window of the building. All right. As you look out the window and you see the smoke. It's going off towards another abandoned building to the east, not far from the main entrance of this door. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's where it leads, actually. Okay. You head over there. Okay. When you enter in, you begin to look. You see it. It doesn't take you long. You see a skeleton of a long dead kobold holding what appears to be some sort of wheel in its grasp. Like a wheel, like not like a wheel of a cart, but more like a what you would see. What do you call those things? Those spirit catchers. Yep. And you can see that this kobold himself made it to this dwelling, but kind of didn't expect the roof to cave in. Okay. What are you looking for? The wheel. Dream catcher. That's what they're called, right? Dream. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 17. Yeah. Well, you'd recognize this as a spirit wheel. Yes. Okay. You take it, and the only other thing that you see on the body is, of course, an old, rusted short sword. You see a rotted leather sling as well, but nothing of value. Yeah, right. I like that little tool. Yeah, but for anybody that may watch this later, if you look in the chat, we're playing with the polyglot tool in the chat, which is fun. It allows. All right. So, yeah, you get the idea that they said something like that the traveler yeah. Get a 10. Yeah. You get. Yeah, you get the idea that something was. Yep. The smoke is not really leading you anywhere now at this point. But you don't see any spirits in this room either, in this building. Speed dial. What's speed dial? Oh, sending stones. Yes, that would be speed dial. Brooklyn near the duck. I mean, yeah, well, it's a skeleton now. Yeah, it's not undead. And these aren't really ghosts that you saw. They're just kind of spirits that are trapped. I mean, you do know that the spirits are back in the longhouse where you were. That's the last place you saw the spirits. Yeah, you see it. It is all. I mean, you can open it and you look, and it's kind of a. All it is like a pantry into the floor that's got rotted. Like all their. Yeah, it's like one of those where they kept all their. Yeah, and you get when you look in it, you get that rotted smell of food that's been in there for a very long time. Who's gonna carry it into the building? Okay. Ghostbuster. Okay. Standing. It, too many syllables. Okay. All right. All right. And as you enter the building, as soon as you walk in, traveler, the crows again take flight, forming a wall of feathers surrounding the entire group, enveloping you again within this wall of swirling feathers. The crows are flying around and round, and once again, the white crow takes form to thank you. Forevermore shall your names be sung upon the lips of our people, and carried upon the winds of this island. You okay, yeah, you're getting the ideas. You're feeling pretty good, like we've done a good deed here today. You have earned praise here today, Outlanders, and that shall not go unnoticed. Surrounding this woman of white are visions of the villagers as they were long ago, clasping their hands in a sign of gratitude towards each and every one of you. We ask of you that you place the wheel and the calumet back within the hearth and leave the island as our friends. We honestly know not what will come from reversing the ritual, and wish not to risk your safety, our saviors. Please take our love and gratitude and leave this place to us. The calumet. Okay. Okay. And all right. Graham's gonna follow out too. It's kind of okay. And as soon as you leave, Lyra, with the closing of the door behind you, as you exit the longhouse, you hear the voices of the villagers rising from within. As if in answer, the winds pick up, creating a howling accompaniment to the choir of voices coming from within. As the snows rise with the winds, visibility is reduced barely. 5 feet in front of you is what you can see. And within just a couple minutes, the winds suddenly stop. The snow settles, and the longhouse is no more, as if it was never there. signs of Tamila, unfortunately. Yeah. As you start making as you start to make your way back towards the camp, a lone feather starts drifting its way down, and Winifred, it lands on you. Yes. No, I will give you what this feather will do for you, though. Yeah, you get the idea that this is going to help you in negotiations with any Vicmore deer you come across. It gives it's a +2 in any charisma type check with dealing with Vicmore deer as you come across. So any type of persuasion, any type of negotiate, anything charisma based, diplomacy type. It's you get the idea that it's a gift from the spirits because you help the Vicmore deer spirits to be free. Yep. Okay. All right. All right. As you make your way back to the, you find yourself reaching the beach as the storm is beginning to die off, and the crew seems to have been waiting for you. And the captain, "You lot, where have you been? I've been waiting all night for you." But we've got limited time. We never know when the storms may occur. Get on board, will ya? Is that loud? Is that better? Oh, you guys reboarded the ship. Yes. I just muted it for you guys so it wouldn't be too loud. Yeah, you guys are back on the boat, setting sail because the captain is upset because you guys are you took entirely too long. You can, yeah. Yep. The T. Uh, T Dog. All right. This you do know that, especially you, Lyra, that this is a big Mortier vessel itself upon which you ride. It's a massive beast. It's designed and crafted by those barbarians by the Klaviks. Shipbuilding is primarily a big Mortier specialization. It's not really what the Klavik itself is known for, and they're characterized by slender and flexible boats. Think about the Vikings type. Um, so it's like a clinker build, which is overlapping of planks riveted together. And on this particular vessel, there's a head of a great serpent protruding from the bow and the stern. Also, the captain proudly displays the Klavik kingdom flag of the two swords crossed and pointed down behind a horizontal wooden Baltimore shield upon a white and red background. The swords are black, which signifies a time of peace. And each of you would know that if a flag is with white swords is flown, this signifies that the Klavik kingdom is at war. But these happen to be black, so you know this is a peaceful time. The white themselves are meant to represent the magical swords of snow and ice, wielded by the Klavik generals. Sir, take a couple minute break till you get back. We'll go ahead. Actually, we'll go ahead and start. What do you guys think? Wait a couple seconds, or you want to? Either or. All right. I think he'll catch on when we get back. Ah, they should have named this the Serpent Ocean. You hear the captain calls above the roaring winter wind. It takes days and days of rowing like this to get across this huge glacial lake and reach Rivaka. Today, Mother Nature isn't as born. We have headwind and our work cut out for us. So you're a soldier, no? You ever been up this far north? Pointing at you, Lyra. You ever been this far out from Okba? Yes, and you, big, strong woman, I suppose. Good. 6'3". Well, if you guys both big, strong. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I could understand why each of you would come to Ribaka. Uh, you didn't, but I know they're soldiers. Of course, you did not either choose to come. Just wait. Yeah, just wait though until you see Rebecca. What a sight she is. She's not much, but yet a small smattering of wooden cabins and buildings on the lake's edge. But she's home to a great many folk. And the beautiful land is the reason we're up here. That, and the fact that Holden Mine keeps all the iron out of the hands of those damn Mercury. And he spits tobacco into the ocean as he clears at you, Lyra. And yes, she's a beauty, all right, and she'll kill you in a second if you let her to go. With that, he walks away. Chop his hands off. So as you're sitting there and you're having this conversation, you see a dwarf, but not like a dwarf that you're used to, but their skin is more gray and ashen. One you've talked to before. Uh, and Hi, it's good to see you again. Do you recall? I am Mia. I I trust you've made your way around and you have everything you need here. Yeah. Hmm. This is a very strange thing because we've had problems in the underworld. Have you heard? No. Well, maybe one day you'll make it to my great city in the underworld. If you should be so lucky. Oh, well, we could always use some muscle with all that's been going on. And you have not heard, have you? It's not just a. It's not any. Shh! Look around. I'm not supposed to talk about this. It's, you see, you promise you won't tell anybody. I told you. I don't know. It's it uh, to, Yep. It's like, well, there's dangers, not just deer that have been plaguing Rebecca as of late. And you see, this is why I went to Mukba myself to request the help from the king. Yeah, but villagers have been disappearing from Rebecca at an alarming rate. No, well, 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 if that was all that the problem was, but we fear that the problem that's been plaguing Emla has joined forces with the elements of the Vicmordir. And yes, but that's not important anymore, I suppose. You shall see yourself. Rapalka's a wonderful place. Like I said, they could use reinforcements. He smiles. but remember, Mia, and we shall cross paths again. I am sure. But I must nap now. It's getting cold. That he departs, and as you look out over the water itself, it seems to be very still. It reflects the sky like a mirror, making the clouds and blue sky below indiscernible from above. You see the small ripples from the boat and oars roll over the lake, gently rolling away the beautiful illusion. You cannot help but smile at the beauty here. Such a beautiful beauty that you see. Your eyes catch a circling raptor in the sky above, searching the water for an easy fish to catch in its razor-sharp talons. Scanning the adjacent hillside, you see a thick forest of evergreen trees, dotted here and there with gray stones, or perhaps the ruins of a once great civilization. The sun is beginning to set, and you see it as the great, beautiful sunset behind you on the great lake. And you hear the captain bellow out orders for the soldiers to begin to row for shore to camp for the night. And the soldiers begin to row for shore as the sun makes its way down in the sky. The rich golden orb appears to rest upon the great lake for a moment before seemingly submerging itself partially in the cold water to cool itself from a long, hard day of work. The rays cast by the great sphere trickle across the ripples made by the oars so that the hardened soldiers now row in a pink and orange sea. It's quite vivid when cast against the stoic white of the snow and ice upon the trees and shore. As the vessel approaches land, you can make out large white pillars, worn and crumbling from ages exposed in the elements. A few white stones can be made out, mostly hidden by overgrown sod and ice-encrusted snow. The soldiers now begin to row hard to the shore. The captain calls out, "Brace yourselves! The boat!" answers by slamming into the shore, causing the passengers to lurch forward momentarily before the vessel finally comes to a complete halt, partially upon the white snow-covered shore. A couple of the soldiers jump out of the boat and secure ropes to a large white stone pillar, from which dangle bright green icy leaves and long, clear icicles. As you yep. Okay. Okay. Is that better? Let me know. Is that better? Okay. As you disembark, you notice a white door with strange symbols etched upon its surface, embedded in the hillside adjacent to the ruins. It stares at you like a menacing white eye in the otherwise earth-colored hillside, surrounded by gray boulders, which have slid out of the earth over the years of freeze and thaw. Hello. Where's mine? All right. There are no footprints in the snow, which I would imagine would put you at some ease, some sort of ease. A bit, maybe. But there's something unsettling about that door, which you can't quite put your finger on. Make camp, says the captain. And the soldiers, they begin to move around like they did have done this 100 times before, forming a line from the boat and moving and tossing goods and supplies down the line to the captain, who carries them part way up the hill and under a large fir tree. And they begin to set up camp. And for not too much longer, the goods are unpacked, and you're able to kick back next to a roaring fire, while the soldiers, they begin to laugh, drink, and tell ghost stories. The crackling embers and ashes follow the twisting trails of smoke up into the darkening sky. The camp itself is fairly simple fashion on a small hill. Bed rolls and blankets litter the area in a circle around the roaring campfire. And only the captain and a couple high-ranking officers are able to set up. They're the only ones that have tents. And of course, somehow Mia himself has a tent not too far from the captain. You're all around the campfire now with the soldiers. Okay. Okay. Anybody else doing anything of note? Okay. 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 As you guys are off in your thoughts and you're staring at the fire and the soldiers themselves, they begin to. You hear them. They arrange for watches for the night. It's their duty as the soldiers of the ship to do, and that they begin to drift off. Some pass out. Those that were on duty for the night were not allowed to drink. You did notice they have a strict discipline about that. Any you can make a roll for hotness. I like her. Sure, you can roll a. Let's see. Oh, you're yeah. You do see one rather tall individual, about 6'4", 6'5", very well kept compared to the others. It's Levi. Yeah, you see it. Had a he had a great voice. Yeah, yeah. You see the a very the rippling muscles, very in shape, very nice haircut, very kept, very comely individual. Okay. Oh, he, and he said, he looks confused, like where did this voice come from in my head? And then really surprised that you actually approached at that time, like right after the voice came in his head, and looks up at you and like, was that you? Was, are you in my head? What did you do? It's like, oh no. Oh, yeah, yeah. Maybe I had a little bit too much to drink. This is just too much. Uh, yeah, stronger than I thought. I'm quite sure. I don't know how you're doing it. Um, talking it to me, but then talking to me. I don't understand. Uh, yeah, I think it's time I go to bed now. It's nice talking to you too. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. He wraps himself in his bedroll on the ground, look as far away and rolling away from your gaze as well. I think that you can't even look anymore. Horny fighter. Yeah. Soon. It's about this point the captain walks out. All right, enough of the frivolity for the night. We must get back on the lake early because we need to get to Urabaka. I suggest everyone get their rest. And he points out two guards. You take the first watch. The rest of you sleep. Okay. And you see the soldiers. They get their weapons out. They're just kind of they're standing guard, one on each side of the camp. They look very diligent in keeping their duty. They don't want to anger the captain. So Lyra and T. That traveler, but T Dog. T Lion. Are you are you are you following suit and doing as Fred does, getting some rest? Yeah, you do. Yeah, I mean, you are. It is. Yeah, it is quite cold still, as you noted. It is quite a bit colder now than when you were in Mokwa, the capital. Seems like the more you go north on Serpent Lake, the winds are more bitter, kind of go through your clothing. And you guys get into a nice, good, peaceful rest, sleeping, dreaming about the the one that got away for Fred, dreaming of why that book didn't quite do what I thought it was going to do for the traveler, and Lyra having uh, some good dreams about hey, I got some pretty cool talents that can go quite a long way here, as well. And it's very quiet. Goblin! You leap up half expecting the sun to be up, but you're disappointed to learn it's still quite dark and freezing cold. As you're gathering yourself and waking up, you see all the soldiers are waking up and fumbling through their belongings to get their swords loose from their scabbards. A solitary guard, he has his sword out and is running down the hill away from the camp and into the darkness. Oh! You hear the captain yells. He gets up. He's half dressed. You see him in his long thermals that he wears underneath his. He he has a sword drawn and his saunters are down. And he yells at the soldier, "Never, never, never, never run headfirst into the battle when you know not where you run. It very well could be a trap." And he brings the soldier back, and he's whispering and kind of has him by the nape of the neck as he's bringing the soldier that was running away back, as he's giving him the lecture about running. Everyone, check your belongings. These goblins are known to be thieves. I will, I, I will message. All right, and done. All right. Okay, you guys search your belongings. It's not what you guys are thinking. Yeah, it's yeah. Anybody, anybody missing anything? It's not important. A feather. That she's and he bellows and he laughs and then he says it again. A feather. The soldiers all laugh as well. Well, if you want to go find your feather, I suggest you do so. All right. You do see a set of tracks now. You descend the hill and you enter the snow-covered ruins. And tracks themselves, they lead towards these tall pillars covered in the snow, vines, and moss, and streaked with black tears from the years of weather and wind digging dirt into the surface, only to wash it free again. And as you shine a torch to and fro as you walk through the piles of white rubble and around the pillars, half expecting this goblin to jump out at any moment. Okay, and we will. All right, I will put you get. You're gonna go find your. You got your. Let me put you on a map here, and all right. Can you see the map? If not, let me know. Can everybody else see? Okay. All right, there we go. Turn that down a little bit. Okay. What you see before you, you see a stone set in the middle of this hillside, quite thick, and appears to weigh a substantial amount. It appears that at some point the earth is shifted along a small opening, which one could squeeze through. On one side of this door that you're standing in front of, the front of this stone is decorated in symmetrical patterns and a large circle with what appears to be flames shooting out and meeting other lines in the pattern. Thus, you discern that the circle most likely represents the sun, although this is only a guess. It is at this point that two soldiers come running up behind you as you. Uh, well, the captain, he ordered us to come, and we're going to guard the exit in case well, the goblins, they might try to sneak out when you go in. We'll stand here. I'm Hans. Well, we'll stand here and keep guard nonetheless. You could go in. I'm not afraid. Yep. All right, you go in. Okay. A short hallway extends from the entry and leads down a short flight of stairs into darkness. Halfway down the stairwell, the wall and ceiling, they seem to have collapsed, causing a cave-in, dirt and rocks piled here and there, but not enough that you can't get through. Partway down the corridor, you notice white bones partially buried amidst the rubble. As you are climbing over the debris, a large rock is pushed aside, exposing a skull, its leering visage seeming to threaten you with a jagged look from beyond the grave. As you recover from the sight, the scattered bones, they twitch and begin to whip through the air, coalescing into an animated skeletal creature that resembles a human form. So you see a skeleton before you, yes. What everybody, the traveler, are you going in there as well? All right, we will, of course. Yeah. All right, we will go into initiative here, and oops. I think I need to re-roll yours. I think I hit yours instead. Traveler. But where? Oh, you're going up the. Yeah. I'm gonna go back. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna reset yours. Let's see. Now you can go. Yep. Yeah, I meant to hit Bram's, and I hit yours. Okay. And with that, I think that's everybody. You notice in a frenzy, the skeletal remains make their way towards you, Fred. And with a rusty sword, takes a swing in your general direction. I believe that does, yep. All right. Oh, it worked out in your favor. And, uh, yes. So you didn't take any damage at that. All right. Okay. So now it is your turn. Okay. You didn't. You didn't target it, did you? Did you? Okay. So if you roll, should do it. Okay. Didn't do it. Okay. Okay. Do it. And all right. Okay. And you see some, yeah, you see some bones go flying as you hit it with your sword, and and quite a few bones actually go flying. All right. Can't really in this narrow passageway. I don't think there's he can do here. Let's see. He's gonna hold back. Not much he can do to get around here. Is that makes it a little difficult in this narrow passageway. Okay. We'll go to the traveler. A con saving throw. Okay. All right. He saves. Yeah. All right. Any movement? All right. Lyra. No. Yeah, it's pretty tight. Okay. You are taller, so yeah. Okay. Go ahead, throw it. 11 as you do it because Fred knocked so many bones out, it actually just goes flying through and hits nothing. Okay. Then we'll go to. All right. There we go. And it's going to strike at you again, Fred. Okay. Did it really? That's what that's what happened. How did it do that? Let me let me uh figure out which module does that. Turn that. But didn't it do that last time and I was supposed to check it? And I did. It's been so long, yeah. Let's see. Is everybody to the order? I think it was something like I think it was skeleton and then you, wasn't it? Yeah, we'll just do that now next time. So the skeleton, instead of going through, and I'll find it. All right. Because I noticed it. Yep. Misses. Okay. And then we'll go to Fred. Okay, go ahead, Fred. Okay. Yep. I think if you click it, there you go. See, there you go. You figured it out that time. It worked. And as you do, you send the remaining skeletal remains, and they just go scatter everywhere. That time everything did it automatically. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. As you go through. Okay. Okay. Yep. And as you pass through the archway, you enter into a somewhat large room with a domed ceiling above you. The ceiling appears to have once proudly displayed a detailed mural, which now is lined with thousands of cracks and missing plaster. Roots from trees and plants above burst through the ceiling and into the chamber, dangling clumps of dirt from their web-like root structures. Upon the floor itself is a detailed and colorful mural of a large sun, which encompasses almost the entire floor. Around the sun are six animals, each pointed before a large wooden door. The animals painted upon the floor to your left are difficult to make out as a cave, as it has blocked off much of that area with rubble and earth, presumably buried beneath years of collapsed earth and rock. Directly across from you is a white stone similar to the door at the entry. In front of this door, standing atop the sun mural, is a noble-looking man with a woman in his side holding his arm. The eyes of the man are two suns staring out at the world and warming it with his gaze. You get a sense of peace and feel mesmerized gazing upon the mural. And for a second there, I almost forgot why you're even here. The man in the mural? I mean, you can do a history check. Yeah. Or religion check, your choice. At 20. Uh, yeah. Well, you would know that this is, you would know that you are now in the crypt of the Sun Lord. And this man himself is this is like the tomb of the Sun Lord. They kind of deified this individual who once was known in the Vicmadura lands as being a great ruler, who had united all of the barbarians into one tribe. You learned about and kind of put him on a pedestal, as you can imagine. You would know that he wasn't a deity. However, they called him the Sun Lord because when you live in a very frigid environment, you would expect the people to worship the sun. Yep, now you're kind of like, no, not a whole lot. Dead guy. That's the statue. Yep. And then you do see the doors around you in the room as well. One on the yeah. Yep, you can get in a room. Sushi. Is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. That's why. Oh, there we go. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Yep. So everybody's getting used to it again. Okay, go ahead. Yep. That yeah, you're not picking up any type of magic on the doors at all. Yep. Okay. As you open the door, you push open the door and you feel a cold gust of air rushes out like a ghost trying to escape its grip. A stone sacrificial altar you see in the room as well. It's kind of like what these chains here. And you do see the symbol of the sun and sitting in the back of the room. Hanging out in this room, you do see what you know to be goblins at this point. Four of them, kind of gathered around, surprised by your presence. In infernal, these goblins, they just kind of look at you, you know. And, okay, who are you? You must, you must leave. You don't belong here. Go back to where you came. I didn't steal it. You accuse me of steal? You steal me? No, I steal nothing. You a liar. Come to. I've not seen White Feather. No, 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 nothing. You can inside it, yeah. 14, yeah, you get the sense he's not being completely honest with you, but he's not 100% lying to you either, if that makes any sense. Well, roll an intimidation check. I'll let you see if you can. 13. Okay, I'm making an opposing check to see if it works. Here. 13. Nah, yep, I've seen nothing. You must leave at once. Uh, all right. Then we make you leave. Yep. All right. Put Bram in here as well. Okay. All right. So we will go to initiative out of ideas and okay. All right, everybody roll. You see something here before. Uh, let me see something here. Let's go and before we go into combat here, let's take our break here. See if I can turn this time thing off. How does that sound? Before we go into that, because it's going to actually, I'm like, with this many, it's going to really be a problem. So let's take a quick break here, and I figure this out before we get into that. Okay. All right, we are back live after a short break, so I could try to figure out that little technical glitch we had of re-rolling initiative, and I found it. A box enabled. It said re-roll initiative, which life of me, I did not know that. It seemed like you would have to really try hard to find something to do. But the last Foundry had it set up on default, but unable to persuade or intimidate the goblins to just allow them to pass and somewhere to the white. They find them. The goblins decide to take it upon themselves to drive the intruders out of the crypt, and we begin combat. As we go to combat mode, Will Bram go first? Okay. Wow. And he 15. All right. We'll let Bram target this one closest to him. It's up there. Let's bring him close enough so he can hit. If it won't let him. There we go. Now we'll try it. And he's going to bring out humanity. And he's going to miss. Okay. All right. Next, this one, he sees this. Let's see, what's he going to do? He's going to target Bram, who just decided to make his way up and saw him swing at his buddy. And you see him pull out his bow, takes his shots, and it goes flying by Bram, and it clings off the wall. Lyra, it is your turn. Same as Rogue. Yep. Okay, if you target him, yep. You right click, you target, it should work. Yep. Yep, that'll miss. Yeah, you didn't target him just because it didn't. You know, if you. Yep. Okay. Let's see. He's going to attack. Let's see. Who is he? 1, 2, 3, Brand. 4, 5, 6, Lyra. He's to attack you, Lyra. Okay. As you came up and tried to swing your sword, he's going to target you and use a sword of his own. Or a scimitar, rather. And oh, that one hurt. Okay. Let's see. You don't. Oh, you save. So you get your 7 hit points back. Yep. You get 7 back. Now, let's see here. Yep. Death only. Let me undo that. It'll. There you go. I undid it. Wonderful how that works, isn't it? Okay, and that was your reaction. Okay. He's going to. This one is going to target you, Fred. And you see him draw his bow. And. Oof. Boom. Yeah. Boom. That hurt quite a bit. Yeah, that one hurt. Yeah. It barely hits, but it hit a good spot. Okay. And this one is going to target you, Traveler. The Traveler. And you see it. You're like, what is short bow? Yeah, you don't get to use your reaction now. You already used your reaction. Wow. Okay. Fred, it is your turn. They have rolled well. This is not. Okay. You missed. Okay. Is it sick? Yeah. Actually, that should have hit. That's why I was like, what? Yeah, I was like, yeah. I was like, that should have hit. I don't know why it's set up so high. Yeah, you can do your damage anyways. And yeah, and then poof, that poof. Yeah, you actually are able to come in and up with its head right away. Let me fix these guys real quick because it's. Give me a second. I'm gonna. All of them have ridiculously high. It was set at 19. I'm like, what? Yeah, I was like, that's. I was like, yeah, that's for. It's like that's not take him out because it. Yeah, I was like that's rigged for you guys to fail. Yeah, that's like. It's even beyond that. Say. Yeah, well, 4 or 5. Yeah, I get. But these guys have like leather armor, and it's what? It's got him in plate mail. That's what it is. It's like putting him in. All right. Okay. Take it, to be more level appropriate here. It's like they have very little hit points, but these ridiculously high ACs. It's like it makes no sense. I don't know. It's like why can't I hit them? Okay, now we're okay. All right. Now, any other movement bonus actions? Okay. Traveler, it is your turn. Yeah, which yeah, did you target it? Yep. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You looked a little shocked at what came out of your hand and any movement or anything. Any bonus act. It's actually kind of like fallen and it's kind of yeah, it's only like 2 feet high anyways. Okay. Or okay. All right. Skipping these. All right. Hey, and it stayed where it belonged too, didn't it? Wow. Let's see if it'll let him miss. Yeah, I mean, he. Okay. I know, right? It was great. All right. So there you go. He hits with his attack, and not quite enough to take him down. Okay. And no further actions. Okay. Okay. And with that, all right. Let's see. He's going to target Bram. Okay. These guys with their bows have been quite deadly, or quite on point. Um, he's going to, and you see, what's that? Oh, okay, okay. Wow. Yeah, you just seen a, you seen this, you seen Bram get hit, and then some kind of reaction came where actually the goblin that hit him took damage as well. It's like almost like a reflective reaction from Bram. Lyra, it is your turn. Okay, that will hit. Yep. Yep. So you do 7 damage. Okay, how do you do it? Okay. All right. That'd be it. Okay. And poof. Let's see. Let's. Which one? Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back to you. I actually was trying to. There you go. Let me bring it back to you, and then once it's back on your there, now you can move. No worries. And okay, okay, you're up on that, dude. Okay, all right. There is blood splatter. Okay, this one is going to target you, Fred. So it pulls out its see, bring up its short bow, and it goes flying right by you. Okay, now it is your turn. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Traveler. Okay. You hit. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. We'll say you went back. You're not in. They're all like in melee range now, so you can't be shot with a bow without because they're engaged. So Bram's gonna run up to this one that actually shot at him and target it. And you see Bram come running across with his flail raised in the air, comes swinging down on this goblin. Poof! It just crashes it and splitting its skull as the metal end of the flail comes busting down into it. All right. And one remaining goblin stands there. Hmm. Right. I'm going to do a coup here and okay. And he sees as you see this, the goblin itself, he drops his weapons in front of you and I give, please stop. And that's his turn. There, it is your turn. You win, you win, you win. Don't hurt no more. Not me, Grog. He ran. He took Feather to the crypt. Oh, you go up and of course, of course. You go up and over and down, and there's the crypt. Okay, okay. And it and you also will during your short rest advance to level 2. Yep. Just let me know when you're done, and I'll do the import. Yep. 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 But go ahead and everybody advance to level 2. Okay. Lyra's done. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually a pretty quick process. They have a D&D Beyond importer on. It's like, boom. Yep, there you go. Level 2. Oh. There you all right. Whoops. Okay. Indestructible. Okay. And everybody. Yep, everybody should be updated now. Yep. Okay. Okay. And after your short rest, I will assume you examine the bodies. I mean, yeah. I mean, and you did your check. You did find 2 potions of healing to the bodies themselves, and you have the cowering goblin still at your. Yep. Yep. And he also got a short rest in there, so he gets. Yep. Okay. But he looks much better as well. Okay. After your short rest, you go now. Follow me. He opens the door. He leads you up a corridor this way. And he's like, and he leads you here. And he said, "Shh, skeletons here. They leave us goblins alone, but you they will not leave alone." You're going to try to talk to the skeletons? All right, you see, Beep, go hide over here, but wait. And he moves to the side. And they don't respond. You're saying it infernal. They begin to animate and they start coming your way. Yeah, I'll give you that. Bringing Bram up as well. And you just see them, they just start making their way like mindlessly towards you. I mean, when you spoke it, yeah, they just they just kind of grunt. They don't really say much. They just kind of grunt and start making their way and gnashing of teeth. Uh, and we'll go into another initiative here real quick. see how you guys do with your newfound abilities. Nah, 20. Okay, yeah, this one shows it as being easy for you. All right, is everybody in? I believe so. Yep. All right. And Fred, you are up first. You've seen these skeletons animate, and you got the one right next to you. Okay. Oof. Ye- Okay. Yeah, you knock some bones about and they go flying. Still standing. Any bonus action or movement? Okay. All right. Skeleton here. Okay. You see him pull out a bow. He's going to target you, Lara. It's kind of old. Rusty arrow comes flying your way. It misses badly, almost hits Traveler. And if you saw the animated arrow, it kind of went your way. That's what I said. Misses badly enough that it almost hits someone else, but no. And with that, it fires it, and he moves 20. And he moves a little bit closer. All right. Likewise, he's going to target you there as well. You notice that they don't put much thinking. It's just the one into the front. And misses badly. It didn't even come close. It like hit the ground in front of you. I like the animated arrows where it shows where they might have went. And he also and he also makes a way closer to you. Okay. With that, Bram, he's gonna come up and just with his flail try to take out the one skeleton already. And you see him whip it around. Oh, and really sends all those pieces flying. He did a lot of damage there. 16 points of damage. Okay. And he'll make the 25 and finish his movement there. Okay. And Traveler, it is your turn. Okay. All right. Okay. And with that, all right, he sees Bram come up. 10. And he's going to target Bram. All right, and yep. And Misses quite badly as well. Okay. Next. Lyra, it is now your turn. Okay, which one? Okay. Oh, he fails. Okay. Let's see. Did it work? Yep, it worked. Okay. Uh, alrighty. Fred. All right. Wow. Yeah, standing on one leg is you just knock it. Actually, knock the bones all over the place. Shit. Yes, you can see near death. Okay. Okay. And you. All right. This one is going to fire at Lyra again. So you guys advance to level 2 and they all miss. See that? And it goes right through Bram. As he targeted Lyra. All right, but he's also going to move closer to get to you. Okay. This one targets Bram. And all right. Yeah, once again, you see that Bram is hit, and then somehow does some more damage to the skeleton as the kind of like a reverberation. All right, part of a reaction of some sort. Yeah, it's a reaction. Yep. How does it work? It just goes so fast. Okay, yeah. Oh, all right, thanks. It's just like popped up, and I'm like, oh, all right. Oh, the Blood Hunter. Yeah. Okay, Bram. Yes, it was. That's right. Yeah, Zane. Okay. Bram is going to attack the skeleton that just hit him. He misses badly. Okay. And with that, next we will go to the Traveler. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, Fred. 4, 5, 6, Bram. Okay. Oh, he's gonna attack Bram. Okay. Let's see here. Boom. All right. He's boom. Yeah, Bram gets hit. Yeah, he takes a little damage here. Yep. Sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. Skeleton felt quite good, as much as a skeleton can feel. Okay, Lyra, your turn. Okay, go right ahead. That it's do you hit your damage? Then it should roll damage and apply it. Actually, nice. Yeah, yeah. That hurt the skeleton badly. And knocks a few rib cage bones go flying. Sounds like the bowling pins in a bowling alley as they hit the floor. Okay, boned. Yes, I would say. Uh, Fred, it's your turn. Fred, it is your turn. Yep. All right. How do you do it? Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. All right. Next, we have that skeleton. Oof. Who does he want? He's got 1, 2, 3 Bram, 4, 5, 6 Lyra. Okay. I guess for Bram's sake, we hope he goes after Lyra, right? He does. Okay. And inventory, short sword. Okay, and misses. Boop. It's the ground in between. He couldn't decide which one he wanted to go after and just struck the ground in between you to intimidate. This one, it's definitely going after Bram. And let's see if he has just as bad luck. Yep, he has bad luck as well. So, he's he's gonna go after the one that's badly injured to kind of lessen the one swinging at him. Here, I think that would be the logical choice. And you see him raise his flail and miss badly. Okay, Traveler, back up to you. Yeah, good crit. I know. Yep, But as you can tell, that it did. I mean, he's not looking good anymore. But yeah, yep. Still did some damage. Any movement or anything? Okay. Alrighty, Lyra, it is your turn. Hack and slash. Okay. Ooh, nine goes swinging right through the missing rib cages, and you hit nothing. Okay. And with that, Fred. Okay. Yep. Yeah. You lop another one. The skeleton, like a bowling ball, goes rolling through the bones that are laying on the floor, really ready, making a noise. Knock him over. All right. All right. And let's see this skeleton. Literally on his last leg. He's going to attack. This time he's going to attack Bram. Yeah. Or Bram. Bram. How do you pronounce it? Bram or Bram? Bram, I think, would make more sense, right? Yeah. All right. And he misses. Yeah, I guess it would make more sense, Bram, for the character type. Yep. Okay. And skeleton is dead. So Bram is up, and he's definitely trying to take this one out. That's surviving by a thread, by a bone. And he knocks it off as well, and it goes flying. And we are out of combat with that. Now, and then the goblin comes back up. I can go no further. But he points here. There's a door. There's a secret door there through the wall. Go through there. And down through the corridor will lead you to the crypt. Big room. Last room. No other rooms. No lie. No lie. Friends there. Grog there with feather. Okay. I have to move you through when I made this map, kind of that wall stayed for whatever reason. You'll follow? All right. All right. You see just a short corridor, and it ends towards the right, and you'll see, like, Fred, it goes to the right through an archway where you can see a nice ornate wooden door on the other end. Oh, I'm putting everybody through. Okay. Okay. Are you gonna go in? Okay. Let me show you what tell you what you see here. Okay, as you do, you guys, you go through the tight little passageway, which there's some short steps leading down. And as you enter, the bricks which comprise this room are chiseled from an opaque black stone, which make it very difficult to see, even with light kind of thing in here. Sconces along the wall, They hold the torches, and you see green vases set back on stone. They recess to either side of the room. You can just barely make out a couple of treasure chests against the back of the wall of the room amidst a pile of swords and armor. And you see skeletons, but they're not animated. And you see three goblins with one in the middle of the room. And they stop and they look at you. Feather? What feather? Me no steal your feather. All right. Do a intimidation check. It's just a silly feather. You don't need. You you can have back and just leave us to our stuff here. No? Oh. So you're gonna threaten them to leave and with the 14, okay, I would do an opposing check on the leader here. And if he rolls a 14 or below, we'll it is. Oh, okay. Look, we'll go our way, but you must be quiet. Here, and he throws it on the ground, and they all like, let us through. They kind of trying to run away from you. Okay, so yeah, they all dissipate. They all like make way, they make haste, and they run. You effectively persuaded them to leave. They weren't they were like, nah, we'll live to fight another day, kind of thing. And you notice that these skeletons that are here, they're yeah, these aren't they look different than what you saw before. They're like in chains. Look like they were servants at one point here in this throne room. In the middle here, what you do see, you see this where I'm pinging. Yep. Okay. You actually see a you see a long sword here, and yeah, yeah, the blade itself of the longsword, it's lined with 3 sun runes. The hilt itself is made from a black stone, which seems to absorb any kind of light source that's around it. And as it begins to absorb that light source, it's warm, not hot, to the touch. But that's what you're seeing. Does anybody pick up the sword? You get you pick up your feather. Okay. 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 You ritual identify. Okay. You would know that as you identify that the person wielding this must be of a good or neutral alignment, non-evil. The sword itself is the blade of the Sun Lord. It's considered a +1 longsword. Once attuned, you know that this sword itself bonds with its owner. It will it will do anything it can to find any way possible to return to the owner. You also kind of learn as you're doing this that you get the idea that if the owner should do anything that is not good, the blade will abandon its owner in search of a more suitable candidate. And this bond is until death. You also, as someone is more experienced holding this sword, i.e., once they reach level 7, if they still have this sword and not done anything evil, that the 3 runes themselves are contain power. Using the command word soul will produce daylight radiance. Using the command word dur will cause the weapon to grant advantage on attack rolls against undead. And using the command word ra will send a ray of searing light per the spell. This one, each of the first 2 will take 1 of the engraved sun. The last one takes 2. The sword itself has 3 charges per the runes, and they refresh after a long rest. But remember, these special powers takes gaining experience, i.e., out of character, level 7. Character in character, like somebody's got to use this sword for quite a long time before they're really in tune to be able to fully use its powers. But until then, it is a +1. And also that this sword, as it absorbs the light, it gives the bearer of the sword a resistance to cold. Yeah. So how you gonna just open them, or what are you gonna do? Okay. As far as you can tell, there's no. Okay. You open it. Okay. As you open it, you find 212 pieces and 4 potions of healing. 212. 212 pieces. So now you have 6 potions of healing. Yep. It's in that chest. Okay. Okay. As you open that one, you find 230 silver pieces and 4 crude gems. 4 crude gems. Like, not very nice, but crude. Yeah. Mm. 230 silver pieces. Yep. No. All right. All right. What do you guys do now? You guys have cleared out the chest. You found the sword. Found your feather. Yep, I sure can. Okay. Are you guys going to just go back the way you came, or are you? Nope. That's like a window. Okay. Just, yeah, you guys will be able to. I mean, you didn't go too far. I mean, it wasn't that big of a crypt, and you'll be able to find your way back quite easily. I mean, retracing your steps and the blood splatters, um, which makes it that much easier to get your way through back to where you belong. So we will go back to the fire. Yep, to the camp. Let me bring you back and Yeah. It's at that time as you guys are all sitting around the fire chatting, and you see the tall snack of a man with a couple of his friends approach the group. You followed the goblin into that crypt. Are are you mad? I don't understand. What did you see? It's that was just hours ago, but nobody goes into crypts and survives. That's why we stay in our camp. What, did you see anything neat or interesting or find anything? Did you find what you lost? Anything? He's, oh, of course, of course. Uh, yeah, Sasha, go get some meat and bring it. Let us listen to these brave. What'd you call them? Strangers. Uh, Adventurers of sorts, I suppose. Not just simple soldiers. He looks at you, Lyra, and you went with them too? It's amazing. We don't fight outside of our formation and our groups, otherwise we'll be destroyed, is what we're taught. Well, as you look at his armor, you can see he has no dents or scratches on his armor. He's a very pretty boy. What'd you say? So you you see his it, Sasha comes bringing like a big uh bag, big water skin type thing of mead, and offers you the wooden cups full of mead as he's passing it around. It's- he sits. They sit down and like they look like wide eyed and like tell. What did you see in the crypts? Okay. Yeah. Sasha, fill it back up. Fill it back up. Tell us. Tell us. Bram is like, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. Sure. I mean, you actually get an advantage because you can tell this is like their first trip out of Mahua itself. So they are amazed. Yes, pretty much. Performance on this. You're telling a tale. It's more like a bardish type of thing. Yeah, yeah. Uh, you do not because these are not. They're not the Verkmerdier. They are the Klavic soldiers. 13. Actually, yeah. They kind of look at you and they're like, "Was it? Were you scared?" Nah. Well, yeah. I always thought that was fake. Oh, they always told us it was always for show, so they wouldn't, when I was a kid, they said it's all for show so I wouldn't be scared to watch, and I'd cheer and have my favorites. And well, y- y- wow, you hear that? Wow, and they look amazed and fascinated. And like you're looking at like 18 to 20 years old. Yeah, he's about 19, 20. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Yeah, 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 yeah. They're like they're like the hey, you're going on this boat as grunts. That's why they were on the ground too. They're like so. Yeah, that's hilarious. What? Oh, wow. Eh, they are just like fawning now, and you can speak in my head anytime you want. I don't care. That is just so beyond anything I've ever seen. Yeah, but speaking of which, it's getting kind of cold. Of course. So, and he sends it. Go away. Go away. Sends his friends away. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And now, as you impress these young soldiers, from now throughout the campaign, anytime you are in a diplomatic situation or negotiation with Klavic soldiers, you have advantage. All of you, the Grimp, because now you're starting to develop a reputation as adventurers. So now yes, what's the now you're becoming like you're like not quite William Wallace level legends yet, but it's like wow, adventurers. So the tales are going to start being spun. So that's why you'll start getting and they'll start talking to soldiers and Ribalka. You know, when you get up there, correct. Yeah. So, but now you do have advantage on any kind of like diplomatic negotiations with Claudic soldiers you may come across in the campaign. Yeah. Yeah. So you might want to keep note of that somewhere as well. Yeah. Yeah. Should be able to. And after your tryst in the woods, a wet, heavy fog rests over the encampment and reaches in its arms out over the lake. As you try to see your way and gather your belongings, the sun sends its first rays of daylight over the mountains. The sun pierces through the thick layer of fog, driving it back into the shadowy forest. You now see the glistening lake spotted with tiny bugs, which quickly become food to a plethora of leaping fish. The soldiers, and one with a big smile, rush to load the vessel so they may have a chance at catching a fish before the captain gives the order to move out. The guards fumble for their fishing poles and begin to run their line. And here comes the captain just in time. Looks like they might have to wait for breakfast. And that's at that point the captain gives the order to move out. And thus the ship rows away from the ruins of the Sun Lord. And now you know the name of Katik. And off towards the village of Rabaka. Though not before the men stop for a few minutes. And they are able to catch some trout and bring it on board to have some breakfast. And it is there we will end tonight as you begin to row your way back onto Serpent Lake, making your way towards Rabaka. Yeah, yeah. What's going to happen? We have a very happy soldier now. Okay. Yeah. All right. Stop. Okay, and we are no longer live. Okay. Hope you guys had fun getting back into the swing of things. Getting back into RP is the hardest one to get back into. And then the flow of RP and getting because the characters themselves have to have a certain mesh as well, and yeah, that's where the flow is. It's easy to do combat without, because you can. That's why one shots are like just do combat. Don't really need a whole lot of RP. And um, yeah,